Welcome to Transcend-ing Tarotcast. Alright, collective card, Wheel of Fortune. Alright guys, this is the week. Okay, so every soul that comes to this plane at a particular moment in time will have soul groups, will have soul contracts, right? We are going through the biggest shift humanity has seen on a spiritual level, the energetic shift. We are raising our vibrations to a whole new level, and never have we evolved so fast in vibrational shifting. Now what's happening is we as a collective agreed upon a milestone, agreed upon something major, and that's going to happen this week. So we'll get into how that's going to play for each of us, but I want everyone to pay attention how you are connecting to everyone around you, how we are going through something very, very similar, and how we seem to have agreed on something here. Okay, I also want to mention Pluto is retrograde. It has been retrograde from the beginning of the month, and it will stay retrograde until October. I think October. So Pluto is the planet of transformation. Pluto is the planet that brings the shadow out to be transformed into light. So this process is here. It's very real. This is like the final hurdle of 2020, 2021, right? There's 2 years of hurdle of shift, and this week something important is happening. For some of us, it might seem obvious. For some of us, will be just little seeds. But this week, for the collective, something major, importantly, is going to happen. Aries, 10 of Cups. All right, you have the Hangman. How can you lead? How can you see, right? How can you free yourself by looking at all the perspectives, shifting your perspectives, getting enlightenment on subjects that for you seem to be this way, and suddenly it's like, because you opened your eyes, you saw in 3D instead of 2D. Wheel of Fortune. You've already been through the Wheel of Fortune yourself this month, because you're a leader. You're Aries. You're number one. You're meant to lead. So you had to do it before everyone else. So you know how everyone else is going through it this week. You know what to say. You know what to do. You know how to lead. 3 of Cups. Celebration of your community. Leading by appreciating your community. It's a new way. The old way is tyranny. The new way is compassion. The 10 of Cups is all about emotional fulfillment, the true bliss, the true happiness from within, the true emotional stability. It's peace. And you achieve that this week, and you lead everyone else towards it. Taurus, Queen of Wands. All right, you had the Fool. Then we told you, it's a new cycle, and last week you were meant to find someone to guide you, a master, someone who has already figured the cycle you're going through out and can teach you how to get there faster. Because when you get a master, they teach you what they took years to learn in a little short time. And then when you have that knowledge, you can then evolve that knowledge, right? And eventually you teach someone all that knowledge in a shorter time, and that's how we evolve as humanity. So last week you went to find a master. This week you come into your really creative flow. All right, the Queen of Wands is the energy of flowing with passion and creativity, listening to the passion, listening to the creative urges. No more mental plane, no more what you think you need to do. We're getting over the devil here. You have to remember, as a collective, we overcoming the devil energy. So This is your final week, and your final week is to really allow yourself to surrender to your passion, your creativity, and how does that flow through you. If you suddenly have an urge to go paint, go paint. If you suddenly have an urge to go make a child, go make a child. The point is, if you have a passionate, creative urge, honor it, because this week is important to do so. Gemini, Queen of Cups. All right, so Gemini, you're the one that's a bit like scattered all over the place. You know, people talk about you being two people. It's not so much that as it is, I think you are either in one energy or the other instead of being able to integrate, right? So you had death, you were meant to transform. This month was all about transforming your self-sabotaging behavior. You had the King of Pentacles. We spoke about structure. How can you either restructure or implement structure? Then we had the World, completion. And now we have the Queen of Cups, which is the ultimate flow. She is water, water. She is the flow. So your process has been going through the transformation of restructuring, new ways of structure or restructure to complete, to now be able to flow into the new you, world, culture, society. You've done the work, basically. Cancer, Nine of Cups. You having all the nines. All right, Temperance, Tower, finding the balance, destroying what doesn't serve you anymore, finishing it. And now we have contentment. We have contentment, but you still have a last piece to figure out. Contentment isn't the ultimate bliss. The ultimate bliss comes with a 10 and you're on the 9. So there's still something else for you to do. Figure out emotional release, something, right? How are you going to purge this final emotional conditioning that you have so you can move from the 9 to the 10? Leo, the star. You started with the sun and you end with a star. This is a healing week. So you had, all this month was about tapping into your joy, tapping into your sunshine, tapping into everything that is fulfilling for you. That is the utmost life joyful things, you know. And then we had the 10 of Pence, then we had the 4. They were all celebrations. It was all about how to tap into your joy, right? And the star now says, all right, you can integrate all of this joy and forgive yourself for all of the past mistakes that you have done, and therefore you heal. It's the card of integrating this joy into becoming your new normal, into accepting what wasn't joy before, because now you're going to have realizations like, oh my God, why haven't I done this for years? And now this week is about going, it's okay, it doesn't matter if I've done it for years. I figured it out now. I'm doing it now. That's what's important. Virgo, the Fool. Well, Virgo, you having like the biggest month. You've only had major arcanas, the Moon twice, the Empress, and now the Fool. Subconscious dive. You know, we were meant to go so deep into your subconscious, start figuring out all the little pieces, all the self-sabotaging, all the conditioning, bring it all out to the light, releasing it with the mother energy of the Empress, releasing it with love and compassion. And now, guess what? You've done it. You're ready to start a new cycle. You're ready to be the new you. You're ready to free from the devil, unless it comes out next week again. I don't know, but still. This new cycle is here for you. All right? Yay, no conditioning left. You can only start a new cycle if there's no conditioning, because the Fool does no conditioning. He's the beginning. He doesn't know conditioning. It hasn't existed in his life yet. So that's what starts for you. A whole new path, a whole new world, a whole new journey, because you did the work. So, yay. Libra. Libra, King of Pentacles. All right, we had the Star, we had Temperance, we had the Two of Wands. So healing, finding balance, daydreaming. Now what we want to do, because last week, what you're meant to do was daydream your utopia. What we want to do this week is ground that image, ground that dream, right? How do you bring this dream into the reality? What in this dream is absolutely possible to already do right now? And what can you see that can be done if you take steps to do it? The King of Pentacles, he is grounded. He is the master of being in his structure. He strategizes, he plans ahead, right? Now you have this dream, you can plan the steps. You can plan the steps that will take you the closest as possible to the reality of it. If you included unicorns, that might not be possible, but you can do step by step that will take you there. Now you can make that plan happen, and you can take that structuring and you can start implementing the discipline to make it happen. Scorpio, Two of Swords. All right, so Chariot, King of Swords is all about, this month has been all about expressing your truth, sharing your knowledge in transformation, sharing your uniqueness. Stop comparing yourself to others. Now there's one final piece here. If you want to free yourself from all the self-sabotaging, there is one final piece that you're not wanting to look at. What is it? What are you ignoring? What are you not wanting to face? If you don't face it this week, all the work has been wasted. And come on, you're good at this. You're good at facing things. You're good at transforming them. So why is this one being so resistant? Right? What is here that is being so resistant? Let's find it out. Let's open up. Let's deal with it. We need to do this. You need to do this. All right. Sagittarius, Queen of Pentacles. You had Strength, then you had Devil, then you had the Knight of Wands. All right, so Queen of Pentacles is a really good sign to come out here, because when we were talking about how you self-sabotage your peace and your strength, and then you keep self-sabotaging, and then we're like, all right, you need to slow down. You need to slow down because you're burning that flame too fast. Now, the Queen of Pentacles is the ultimate nurturing, grounded, earthly, slow energy, which means this week is perfect to finish that job. This week is perfect to really tap into your earthy energy instead of your fiery energy, your impulsive energy. You want to tap into your grounded energy and just be in that place of nurture, because that's where you're going to find your strength. And that's the card you have for the month, finding your strength. And you're going to find it this week. Capricorn, Ace of Cups. So, justice, understanding the fairness of everyone, compromise, not wanting to be right all the time, actually opening up. Two of Swords, you had to open up. You were still in a bit like, energy. And then we had Strength, in which you found yourself in your peace, in your calm, in your gentleness. And now we have the Ace of Cups, which means through this process, you will start a new emotional cycle. So you have shifted the way you feel, and you can start a new cycle of feelings that are going to be healthier. Because part of, your earth energy. So biggest struggle for you is the emotions sometimes, how to interpret them, how to understand them. You're the opposite of water, right? So having this new emotional cycle means you've understood how to interpret your emotions better, but also how to stay more in your flow. So this is amazing. Okay, good work, good job. Aquarius, Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so Hermit. Last week we had a little bit of anxiety because we were doing too much of this work through the mental plane, and I told you to start feeling the Hermit instead of thinking the Hermit. And the Knight of Pentacles, he does his work. He dedicates everything to make sure he takes every single detail on board, that he learns everything properly, that he's, you know, he's the best. He wants to be the best student. He wants to not miss out on any possible piece. So this week will be really diving deep into understanding what this Hermit actually meant for you, what these 2 months, this cycle meant for you, and embodying it and bringing that groundedness into it. Pisces, 10 of Swords. Okay, so Hierophant, the institutions, the conditioning, what doesn't serve us anymore. 10 of Swords, the betrayal that is happening because we haven't let go of what doesn't serve us anymore. 3 of Wands, leading people into uncharted territory. 10 of Swords, seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. So if you have been leading from the last week in darkness because it's new territory, no one really knows, and suddenly you got the role to lead, and that can be scary, come on, you start seeing the light and you know where to go now because it's there calling on you. All right, beautiful people, I shall see you for next month's Tarotcast next week. Lots of love, and yeah, I just want to say I'm really proud of everyone. It's been such a journey the last 2 months with this devil's energy. I hope it doesn't come out again, but if it does, still proud of everyone because it's not easy, and we've done it, and we're here.